So, I just saw a interesting meme posted on the internet. I thought it was funnier than shit. I don't want people to think I'm left wing, right wing, this, that, or the other. I'm not. I don't fucking even have a political opinion on this shit. I think that anyone who ever says, well, let's go and meme these people some more and hate on these people some more, need to go and have their heads checked and get a fucking CAT scan, because what the fuck is wrong with you? But I digress. This meme was literally, it has to be a fucking joke. It has to be a fucking joke. Because who the fuck is dumb enough to sit there and try to push people to do things like this? Who the fuck is dumb enough to allow this shit to happen in the United States? I'm just going to say this real quick. Y'all remember Saddam Hussein? The cocksneeze who literally fucking put up a fucking giant fucking bronze statue of his ass right in front of his personal palace. And now these motherfuckers, it says, of course, God help me, but of course, it's a meme. I get that. All right, it's just a point I'm making. All right, if you're dumb enough to sit there and be like, I'll donate to that, you're no better than the fucking Republican Guard. You're no better than the motherfucking spacesuit fucking wearing Darth Vader helmet motherfuckers that shot at our boys in Iraq. Plain and simple. You think I'm wrong about that? Okay, fine. Real quick. Trump redid the ballroom in the White House. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter because, it's very kind of him. Think about this. It's not his fucking house. It's the people's. Great. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for doing something fucking righteous at least for once in the motherfucking time that you've been in there. Great. But this bullshit of, all right, well, I'm going to go put it, I think it's complete and utter horseshit. I think it's just a fucking meme to try and piss people off. But I want to point out, the meme didn't bother me. I thought the meme was hilarious. What bothered me was I looked through the comment section underneath this particular post. And what I saw made me ashamed to be called a fucking American. Y'all call yourselves Republicans. But then you turn around and you says to yourself, well, I'd fucking spend money to put up a statue of our president before the motherfucker's out of office. Does this sound similar to you? Maybe 10 to 20 years ago, there was a gentleman in Iraq, did the exact same fucking thing, was voted into office and never left. I'm just saying, y'all ain't paying much attention to anything, are you? You do understand that the reason why I believe in something such as reincarnation of the human soul to be human again isn't just because I think fantastically. It's because there's such thing as soul memories. Things that you remember that you should not be able to fucking remember because you were never there in this life. Think about it. Sure, it'll come to you. It's the memory of your life parallel before or after what is happening now that you understand at this moment. This is my point. Trump could be the fucking Antichrist. I don't fucking know. I don't care. To me, a president is a president. He's supposed to act like a fucking president. Not like a king, not like a fucking lord, not like royalty, not like the dictator Saddam Hussein like a president. It's not my job. It's not my kingdom. It's not my life. I am in an act of service. It is not my decision. It is the people's decision. It is the people's life. It is the people's job. It is the people's office. I am just a representative of that service. You understand now what a president's supposed to be? This is why I'm not sitting here going, oh, well, we should fucking throw up a gold statue of the man. I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck if you take a picture of Trump's cock and you set that motherfucker up as a fucking a gigantic fucking stone or, effigy or whatever. I really don't care. This is my point. I'm just pointing out to y'all, do you understand what you fucks are saying? Trump doesn't give a shit about this. He's not going to fucking do that shit. He knows better. And even if he did do it, so fucking what? It only just proves my point. And that is that if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a fucking glass of milk. If you make the mouse earn the cookie, he'll understand the value of the crumbs. And this is why I'm not sitting here going, oh yeah, push Trump in further, get this, that, and the others. Make this motherfucker a king because it'll piss off the left. Go and fucking put up a damn golden statue of him in front of the monument of Washington because it'll piss off the left. No, you're going to piss off every fucking free American who actually has a head on their shoulders. The left isn't going to fucking care. They're just going to use it as proof that you guys are idiots and out of your minds. You get the difference here? Are you actually fucking thinking, or are you just following the goddamn crowd of fucktard assheads off the cliff? Because this is how this works. If you do not use your brain, you will follow the ass of the motherfucker in front of you as they go buffalo jumping. Just think about it. You know, all of that gold would go to way better use being minted into coin. Think on that for a second. All of that gold would go to way better use being turned into gold foil in order to coat spacesuits, to be utilized as gold mylar on spaceships. But no. We're going to go make a fucking statue out in front of the Washington monument where, funny enough, it's made out of entirely nothing but fucking regolith brick and cinder block and granite. Concrete, motherfuckers, concrete. Literally, you take those shits, you grind them up, and you get concrete. Add a little bit of lime, stone, you get concrete. So, all this horse shit of people sitting there and telling me, well, hey, we're going to go and push this and make this statue and all this shit. I'm like, you guys are fucking retarded. How many times does history have to repeat itself for you idiots who stood at the fucking front of the class and acted like complete asses and got pissed off at the motherfuckers like us at the back of the class who were paying the fuck attention and actually looking at the fucking board, doing the work on the fucking board, while you little cocksneezes sat there and fucked around with your buddy right next to you? Hey, Julie, look at this note while we sit here and fuck around in the front of the class, man. Look at this. You want to go out back behind the crates and go fuck around for a little while? While, us nerds were sitting at the back of the class learning what the fuck was going on. paying attention, realizing what was happening. And now that we're sitting here telling you, quit being retarded, you are dragging us to hell. Because you'd rather be conflicting, rather be fucking a thorn in people's sides, and start shit, get into fights, be a bully, throw your fucking weight around, what the fuck ever, than actually think with common fucking sense and reason. Utilizing your memory in order to make justified and appropriate decisions based on logic. No, you'd rather be emotional. What does the left do? I'm asking y'all Republicrats right now. What does the left do? If you said plays on emotions, you're getting it. This is why I says, any of you dumb motherfuckers that sit there and be like, oh, I'd pay for it. I want you to look in the mirror real quick and be like, was I talking shit or would I actually do that? Am I that infatuated with a man that I have never met in my life? Don't know from Adam. But realize, hey, you know, everybody lies. Am I that infatuated with that man that I would go and I'd approve of this shit? Making him into fucking Saddam Hussein. Questions for the class. Don't answer me, answer yourselves. Because I don't fucking care. This is what it takes to turn around and call someone on their shit. You have to not care. You have to be willing to just sit there and be like, yeah, I was a fucking retard back when I was younger, and I said the same stupid shit. But now I'm saying we shouldn't. Please fucking pay attention to me, because now I'm actually using my brain. Rather than being one of these sheep that will walk onto the fucking cattle cars. All the fucking way. Just saying, you know, I'd rather have the fucking one and done than walk onto that cattle car for a couple of weeks of extra hope to die choking on my own lungs in a gas chamber. Believe it or don't, I've choked on my own lungs before. It's not fun. Breathe in chlorine, you'll hate your life. Why do you think my voice has this kind of low-ass drag to it? I used to have a fucking amazing voice, actually. I could go all the way up high and all the way down low and not have that growl in the background. But instead, my larynx is now damaged. You know, that point between your nasal passage, your tongue, and the back of your throat? That's damaged. Because I breathed in chlorine gas. Because some dick-sneeze went and did their laundry in chemically treated water for irrigation. Some idiot used bleach, pouring bleach literally into the fucking irrigation water with ammonium chloride and ammonium nitrate in that fucking water. All my chemists out there, you know what happened. That was Blythe, California. Now this is why I says, just a little bit of an education. Use that motherfucking pink squishy thing that got stuffed into your head by God himself. Instead of sitting there and going, it makes a funny knocking noise. Dead serious. Actually use your fucking brains. I was watching a video the other day where somebody was talking about, the feller who runs around with his black powder guns, thinks he's a hot shit and all that shit, and, that his guns are the greatest and all this shit, and they'll take on the fucking Bigfoot alien things and whatnot. I was giggling my ass off because I was like, dude, do you understand how much I would rather have a fucking, I don't know, a lever action over that fucking black powder gun? How much I would rather have, I don't know, a motherfucking semi-automatic 22 over that fucking black powder gun. But I'm stuck with what I've got because I have a very particular stance. And that particular stance has been proven right over and over and over and over and over again to infinity ad nauseum. The moment you sit there and you capitulate to the government, you acquiesce to the overreach that they grant and gain. Until you stand up for yourself and grow a set of nuts, you will be walked on from your birth until your death. And if you don't want to hear this shit, you want to go stick your fucking head in the sand? There's a lot of fucking sand south of the border where they'll allow that crap. In my country, we don't do that shit. Welcome to the home of the free and the land of the fucking brave. And if you don't have the balls to be brave enough to stand up to these motherfuckers and say, no, not one more fucking inch. In fact, you back the fuck up all the way back across the line. Then you're a coward. You don't have the willingness to stand up for yourself. You'd rather have other people go and do it for you. You'd rather, as I've heard it a million motherfucking times before, outsource your violence. If you're unwilling to do the deed yourself, don't force it on someone else. Take the ass whooping and take the bullet. Because the reality of it is, you don't deserve to breathe the same air as me anyways. Plain and fucking simple. If you have a problem with how this country was built to be maintained, to be kept, there is a way the fuck out of it. Goodbye and good riddance. Otherwise, pull up your big boy pants and grow some fucking attitude. Use some logic, fucking sense, and reason. And be willing to stand for your fucking rights. That is why I carry a black powder gun. Because I stand for everybody's rights. I don't know why you don't get this. It is the ability to defend yourself without having to fucking capitulate to the government's fucking sniffing your butt crack and asking you how many different times you've eaten leek soup for this month. Hey, it's every fucking day. The point remains. I don't want the government doing that. And as a matter of fact, the fact that you want it makes me wonder if you're actually a fucking American or one of these fucking loyalist crapheads from way back in the 1700s. You might want to think about that. Are you loyal to yourself and your family and your countrymen and your kin? Or are you loyal to your government? Because if you're loyal to your government, you and I, we are not friends. You and I, we aren't even in the same fucking category. Loyal to my government? Fuck no. Love my government? Hell no. Expect my government to do their fucking job? Or get the fuck out of the way? Yes. Because as long as those cocksuckers are feeding themselves and stuffing their own fucking pockets, they are taking it out of yours. Now, that might be seditionist or insurrectionist, but you know what? To quote Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, a little bit of insurrection is healthy for a government every now and then. It shows that we still have patriotism to our ancestors and their ideals in our hearts. So you would accuse me of treason. Very well. I would accuse you of the same. Let us go to God together, that we can both explain our positions to those who came before us and created this nation before us. Plain and simple. If you ain't got any kind of interest in this world, in this life, and in this way of being, understanding that you have the fucking power, that God gave you that power, not fucking Trump, not fucking any of these other cocksneezes in government, that you control your own fucking mind, not the government, governmentus, mind control. No, you don't fucking live in their ideal. You are your own man or woman. You are your own controller. And until you stand for that, you are going to constantly be on your fucking knees. Imagine for a second why I don't give a flying rat's ass about what anyone says. Left, right, center, don't give a flying fuck. It's all the same goddamn bird. And unfortunately, being the fucking talons in the beak of the son of a bitch, even the military doesn't understand this shit. It's up to you, the individual American, the Minuteman, as it were. Or what did they call that? Militia wife. I don't know why there's a different designation for a man and a woman in the militia. Really don't. I do understand, gender politics has been around since the fucking beginning of time, but I digress. It should not fucking matter, really. Women have their own jobs that they do the best. Men have their own jobs that they do the best. And both of them come together to make a whole, to make everything work together in its best form. This fucking separation of, anything that a man can do, a woman can do is bullshit, and you should know that. Anything that a woman can do, a man can do is also bullshit, and you should know that. I don't know if you know this. This is my shooting hand. I still get a little shake every now and then. This is my offhand. You see that? It has a fucking actual auto write to it that literally fucking does a loop. And I'm supposed to be capable of doing a surgery? No. That is what women are better at. Their hands are more in tune to finite, minute detail. Putting a needle through the grid square of fabric. Or stitching up a wound. Being able to tell if a bandage is dirty by looking at it. Because they can see finer detail. Men, I know you're with me on this because I've seen you do it. Fuck it, it's all right. Even the perfectionists among us, myself included, at some point it's like, fix it or fuck it, Women? No. It's gotta be perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Right down the goddamn line. Perfect. If it's not perfect, I'm not satisfied. That's women. Men, we have this fucking mental thing where it's like, it's not that big a deal anymore. It's taken care of. Big whoop. Fix it or fuck it. we live on, as men, we live on the big picture. As women, they live on the finite detail, down to the freaking hairs on the thread. Finite detail. The differences here are fucking vast. But this is why it works together so well. Because if the man is willing to stop for a second and go, wait, finite detail. Okay. Finite detail actually does have some important points in certain places. And the women are willing to sit there and say, you know what? Sometimes finite detail is not a good fucking thing to sit there and get hung up on because there might be a time limit or some shit like that. Again, this is why it's a work together situation. Not, oh, anything you can do, I can do better. And anything you can do, I can do better. And it becomes a competition between battle of the sexes and all that crap. That is crap. Straight out. It's the same thing as politics. Left, right, doesn't fucking matter. Two wings of the same goddamn birdie. See my point? Right, left, two wings of the same damn birdie. You need to actually understand what I'm saying here. All this is spurred by a meme. But it's a meme that made me think. Doesn't matter if it's Joe Biden or Trump or Obama or fucking Clinton, or you go the fuck way back. I don't give a shit who it is as far as a president's concerned. In the time that they are a president, they shouldn't be building monuments to themselves. It should be monuments to the people. If the people want to build a monument to their president, fucking A rights, go ahead. But the president should not be doing that. Not only does it set off the wrong ideals, it leads to things that we've seen in the past that we don't want repeated. You learn from your history, or you are doomed to repeat it. This is why I said this has nothing to fucking do with politics. I couldn't give a rat's ass less. But if you don't go out and you don't tell people, and you don't point out to folks, your own family, friends included, this is why Thanksgiving should be a fucking battlefield. The dinner table should be a fucking battlefield of politics. You should be willing to piss down your own back. Because the reality of it is, everybody has a point that is valid. Think about it. And when you're done, do some research. Check out the Republican Guard. Check out Saddam Hussein. Check out Muammar Gaddafi. Check out all these other shits. Both the state function and the fucking what the people say. Okay? Both sides of it. And then form your idea. Don't just jump off the fucking deep end going, I got my dick in my hand. Look at this. I got a rifle. Because it doesn't fucking equate to reality. Reality of it is, Trump has the personality to become Saddam Hussein. Doesn't mean that he is. Let's be clear. I'm pointing this out. It does not mean that he is at the moment. But he has the mental personality, the emotional equivalency to become Saddam Hussein. It's all about the choices he makes. Most of the time, the choices that we make are governed by the people that we look up to. Trump looks up to the American public. Use your brains, ladies and gentlemen, before you dig us all into a fucking grave we can't come out of. This has been Ye Old Guardsman, man. Motherfuckers. Have a nice day. Good morning to you all. Jabba, 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 jabba.